Hey guys, it's Liam the Prove It Guy. In this video, I'm going to give you 10 points on why I think you should exercise. So point number one is that exercise can make you happy. So exercise in the olden days, like we're going way beyond the days of Rocky. We had to get up at 4 a.m. and drink about 12 eggs. Now there's so many different ways to exercise that you can find one you actually enjoy that will help you show up to it every day, that will help you improve your life every day. The healthier and happier you are within yourself, the happier your life will be in general. So my first point is that exercise will make you happy. Point number two, self-awareness. Who said that? Self-awareness makes you aware of yourself. It makes you aware of how you stand, how you sit, how you feel in general. So it gives you a baseline for yourself. So then you know if you're running low on energy, if you haven't drank enough water, if you're sore in general. So self-awareness doesn't stop you making mistakes, but it makes you more aware of the mistakes so that you can learn from them and fix them. Becoming more self-aware gives you a better outlook on your life. It helps you see what within your day is helping you and what within your day is actually hindering you. It also makes you aware of the people around you, the negativity around you and the positivity around you, so that you can focus more on the positive, because no one wants a negative life. So focus more on the positive, and that will grow. And again, it will take you back to point one. The more positive things you have in your life, the more self-aware you are for yourself, the happier your life will be. Point three is it will develop better mental health. So whenever you exercise, it releases endorphins. The chemical reaction within your brain is really important, but it's not really important for you to know. It's just really important for you to actually help your body to activate that. So doing some movement, doing some exercise releases feel-good hormones. So you actually feel good. It's not like, again, like in the past where people would say, do exercise, it's amazing and you'll really enjoy it. Most people hate starting off an exercise. They feel self-aware, but not in a good way. They feel self-conscious. They think people are looking at them. When you start to do exercise and start to do it on a regular basis, and I guarantee if you did it for 5 days in a row, some form of movement, some form of exercise, you would notice you mentally feel better. You feel less sluggish. You'd be able to sleep better. You'd be able to focus better. Everything about your day would become improved because your body's just more alert. It's just more open, and it's able to function a lot better than it actually would be if you were to sit all day and do nothing. So the more you exercise, the more it will improve your mental health. Tip four is free yourself from a life of unwanted pain. So again, a lot of people think of exercise as pain. I couldn't go to the gym because it will cause me pain. I need to be fitter before I do X, Y, and Z. When you think of it that way, you're thinking of it completely wrong. We're back to Rocky drinking eggs again. It's unnecessary. There are so many different ways for you to exercise. You can go and do Tai Chi. You could go and do a different martial art. You can walk, you can run. You can just get outside. You can do breathing exercises. I could name exercises for the next 10 minutes. Again, you will find something that you enjoy. It could be horse riding, it could be motocross, it could be swimming. Once you start to exercise, you start to open your body up a bit more. Your body starts to come from this position to this position so that you're more open. You become more confident and again self-aware in yourself, so you know that your shoulders holding you back, so you can do a bit more mobility to free that up. The more you do that, the less pain your body will be in. There will be times when you're sore from exercise. So the way I would look at it is you want to be comfortably uncomfortable. You don't want to be sore so that you're in the gym wrecking yourself. You want to get to a point where you know that you're doing your body good, and over time that will get easier. So whenever you start to exercise, gauge your pain level just day to day. My goal with people, especially in my Tai Chi class, is that I want you to be mobile for life, not just mobile for exercise. So the more mobility that you develop, it means you can put your socks on without pain. If you're waking up and you're that stiff that it hurts to get dressed, then you really need to take a look at how you're progressing throughout your day. Are you doing things throughout your day that are making you worse? Or could you add in a bit of exercise, a bit of mobility to free the body up and relieve some of that pain that you're being dealt with every day? So the more you exercise, eventually the less pain you will have. But when you exercise, if you are in pain, be aware of the pain So back to self-awareness, and then stop if you need to, or keep going if you know that the pain is actually good pain, comfortably uncomfortable. Point number 5 is discover the world. The more you exercise, the more you notice that you've more energy, that you just feel more alert, and you don't need to sleep as much. You don't need to be you're not as tired whenever you get home from work. So you start to think about other things that you're going to do. You start to contact friends. You start to go for walks in places. So you can start to discover a lot more of the world by just being more energetic, so that you start going out. And instead of maybe going on the walk that you've been on a couple times, you go on that walk and then you go off the beaten track and just see where it gets you. If you follow my videos, you'll see that I often just wander off to different locations and just see where I end up. If I wasn't fit and healthy, I wouldn't be confident in wandering off into a forest or trying to climb down to a waterfall, because I might think that, well, what if I get stuck there? What if I get tired? What if I'm hungry or fall or something like that? So I'm not saying that exercise is going to stop you from ever falling, but it gives you more confidence in your body to be willing to try different things. As well as that, you will discover that traveling is easier, whether it's in a car, in a plane, on a boat, because your body's able to recover faster from that, because it's just more open. You've more energy, you've more mobility in your joints, so when you're sitting in the car, you're not feeling tied up, you can actually move. And when you take a break, you know what exercises to do because of your self-awareness, to loosen up your knees if they're tight, or if you've been on a plane and your back's a bit sore, you know what to do to be able to open that up. Again, back to self-awareness. The more self-aware you are, the easier you can help your body repair itself from anything that's holding it back. Point number 6 is to learn and focus. So I've never met anyone that started doing exercise and that hasn't seeped into the rest of their day. So they haven't started to study more things. Maybe it's about the body or food that they eat or nutrition or something like that. But anyone that does exercise that I've been working with or that I've had any dealings with at all always have other hobbies that have either developed from the exercise or they've had in the past, and then the exercise has just helped them do that. So it helps you open your body up. The more you learn, the more you're able to focus, and the more you can just live a life that's wider than the life that you're living now. You can see a lot more things in the world that you can do, and you can see yourself actually being able to do them. Point number 7 is to improve confidence. So again, the more you focus on yourself, especially in exercise, you become more aware of your posture. So we talk about that a lot, like people shrinking, and that's why they're sore in offices. But you talk about posture. When you develop a better posture, like if I sit like this in this video and I talk to you here, it doesn't really look like I'm very confident in what I'm saying. I look closed off and I look uncomfortable, whereas generally I sit upright. I'm on a sofa now, so I'm a bit sunk, but I sit pretty straight, and I stand pretty straight as well. I'm very aware of my posture without being over aware of it, without having to focus too much on it. My body just knows to sink into a good position, whether I'm seated or standing, that's structurally sound for my body. The better my posture, the bigger I seem, the taller I seem. And again, when people come in, and it's been said to me often that when I'm standing in a room or when I walk, I look like I stand and walk with a purpose. So I look like I have something going on. Either I'm thinking about something, or I'm someone in that room that should be there and could in fact be the most important person in that room. Because the way I look at it is I try to own every space that I enter. And one of the ways to do that is just to stand better, to have better posture. When you have better posture, your breathing is better. You're not trying to fight your own lung. Your openness, your diaphragm will be able to breathe a lot better. Your chest is open, so you're taking in more air. When you're doing that, you're then not taking shallow breaths. When people shallow breathe, it's like they're confused in what they're saying. You're breathing in between beats of speaking, and it doesn't flow as well as when you can take a deep breath in. You can actually change the tone of your voice easier. You can maintain longer sentences. You can drop on words that you want to drop on, that you think are very important. So whenever you can drop on points and you're not afraid of silence, it makes you a better conversationalist, and it makes you just more confident in what you're saying. It sounds like you're confident in what you're saying because you will feel like you believe in what you're saying. So again, exercise will make you focus on your posture, stand straighter, stand taller, and that will make you confident as a byproduct. Point number 8 is that you will imagine positively. So whenever you go to a gym or you go for a walk or you exercise, you start to imagine how that's going to be. And after you do your first walk or your first session, you then have something to focus on. So at the start, you're probably thinking this is going to be hard. So we negatively imagine. Whenever you actually do it and you complete it, whether it's a short walk, a short swim, a gym session, whatever it is, once you've completed that, you then can say to yourself, well, I remember what that was like. So you're imagining what the past version was like. So this could be the same. And then as you start to progress, you can imagine how hard that used to be and now it's easy. And that starts to give you a better imagination. So you start to imagine positively things within your exercise program, within your walks, within whatever it is that you're doing to try to improve that area of your life. Once you start to become more aware of that, you can start to imagine other things in day-to-day life. You can imagine your work going better. You can imagine a better journey. You can imagine anything that you like. So why not imagine something amazing? So when you exercise, you will focus more positively. You'll feel more positive, which means you can use your imagination more positively. Point number 9 is that you will develop better relationships. One way you will do this, again, is being more confident in yourself. You will speak clear, you will speak more to people, and you'll start to meet people within your walks, within the gym. You start to become more confident in yourself. You start to realize what it is you want for yourself. So then the relationships that you have, you can help teach the people that are in these relationships where you stand and what your self-worth is. So whenever people are in relationships, whether it's friends, family, spouses, whatever type of relationship it is, work colleagues, anything, it doesn't matter. You give off a certain demeanor to them that teaches them how you like to be treated by how you treat others or how you act around them. Once you are more self-aware and you realize how you feel about yourself and how you would like to be treated, it makes it much easier for you to then deliver that to the people around you. So your relationships become better because you're more confident. People around you understand the type of person you are and how you want to be treated. The way you deal with people and how you talk to them will completely change as well. So whenever you become more confident in yourself, your conversations start to become a two-way street. You're able to say your mind because you trust and believe in the knowledge that you have. But as well as that, you stand in a certain way and you act a certain way so that people know how you want to be treated because you're giving that off to them. And again, you're giving it off in a controlled way. You're more self-aware, so you understand more about yourself and how you would like your life to be. So whenever you do that, you can then see the people around you, so you can get rid of the negative people around you and improve the relationships to the positive. As well as that, if there's things that you have to deal with people at work or in negotiation or whatever it is that you can't just get rid of, you understand yourself more, which means you understand people more. When you understand people, then you can question them or treat them in such a way that they feel comfortable around you, so they're more likely to open up so that you can get from A to B without going on a big zigzag to get there. So the more you exercise, again, when you combine all these points, you're going to be more confident. So your relationships with yourself, with your people around you, with your family will improve just from doing a little bit of exercise. Point number 10 is to love, laugh, and live. To me, the most important thing in life is to try to have a happy life. So whenever you exercise, you become more self-aware. When you're more self-aware, you can start to chip away at anything holding you back. Any negativity you have in your life that you feel is holding you back, you can work on that because you're not afraid of it anymore. You're actually hitting it head on and you're trying to build from it. As well as that, the people around you, they should enjoy your company. You should be a person that just people actually go out of their way to be around because you're fun, you're happy. And the way to do that is, again, just become more self-aware. Start to think about things in your life that make you happy and things that don't make you happy. And instead of focusing on the things that are negative, that aren't making you happy, and what to do about them, just focus on the positive. The more positively focused you are, the more that you think about how you can improve your life, that will start to override the negative anyway without you having to deal with it. So a lot of people do this. A lot of people focus on the negative instead of the positive. So my idea is to just think positively. Start to, even if you have a lot of negative going on, there's bound to be one thing that makes you happy, and try to do that every day, and that will slowly build and start to override the negative. Whenever you live a life like that, when you have problems or people around you have problems, that you're more equipped to deal with it. The exercise has made you more focused. It's made you more alert. So you're more focused and alert for the people around you, so that you're able to see what's going on in their life and how you're best suited to help them. So there are 10 points on exercise, so hopefully one or two of them will sit with you. And if you have any thoughts or any ideas, please let me know. If you would like anyone else to see this video, please tag them in the comments below. If you want to be alerted to all the videos that I'm posting, then hit the wee bell thing that's down in the corner there, and that will send you a notification. If you want to see my last video, it's here. And if you'd like to subscribe, hit that button there. So thank you for listening, and I hope you have an amazing day, whatever you get up to.